Hello, I've already gone in and I've done my Glorious Touch primer and I've put it all over my face and I've let it set for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my concealer. I'm not going to do my full face until after I do my eyes because I will likely get fallout onto my face from that. So I'm just putting the concealer on the back of my hand and taking a wet blending bud. And I'm just going to put that all over to even out the skin tone around my eyes. This stuff is a full coverage and it is fantastic because I have extreme dark circles and discoloration from too much sun. So there is the one eye. Is that not crazy? Look at that. So now I'm going to go into the other eye. And if I get fallout under my eye, I will just clean it up, and then when I put on my foundation, it'll give me the rest of the coverage that I need. But I want to have a nice, even tone for my foundation to lie on. All right. So even the darkest of circles can get covered up with this amazing coverage. There we go. So I know on its own it looks a little bit crazy, but when I go in and do the rest of my coverage, it'll all even out and look fantastic. So next up is the eyes. Might as well just use up the rest of this concealer before I move on. All right, eyes. Okay, so I'm going to start by using my Splurge Cream Shadow in the color Victorious. Although I put my concealer all over my eyes, and this is a nude color, it's actually very similar to my skin tone. You won't really be able to see it too well, but it is just going to give me maximum coverage on my eyes and a really nice soft base to work with. So I'm going to just apply this all over my lid, like so, on both of my eyes. This stuff goes on super well as well. There we go. Next, I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to put it along my eyes, and I'm going to do a partial cut crease. So I'm going to take the tape and I'm going to position it right from where I want my color to go and my liner to go. So I'm going to do it a little differently. I had done a crease before where I did it up there and then I did the liner below. I'm actually going to do the color just on the bottom today. I will be going into work and I want a soft look. So I'm going to take my pigment powder to start in the color Heartbroken. And I'm going to take my liner shader brush, if I can find it. And I am just going to, that is not the right brush, hang on a second. Okay, so I'm going to take the liner side and I'm going to just tap it in the pigment powder. And I am going to go right to where the tape is. And then across like that, and then into the crease. And then I'm going to start blending that over. Just like so. And then I'm going to flip the brush over to the soft side and just blend that in. And then I'm going to go in with a lighter color. It's called Vulnerable. I haven't used it yet. It's a lighter pinkish color. Tap it into the lid. tightly packed because I haven't used it yet. And I'm just going to pick up some of that color, and I'm just going to go in and blend that across. Like so. And now I'm going to take my Splurge cream shadow in the color Elegant. This is a champagne color. It's got a really nice shimmer to it. I'm going to take my cream shadow brush, pick up some of that onto my brush, and then I'm going to pat it. And I'm going to go from the inside of my eye just to the middle. Like so. And I'm keeping the tape on because I'm going to do a bit of a wing when I'm done my eye. So I'm just going to go a little bit on my eyelash, no biggie. And then I'm going to take my Luminizer in Iridescent, which is a white. And I'm going to take my liner shader brush that I was just using, and I'm going to use the soft end, and I'm just going to pat that on the inside of my eye and in a little, and I'm going to do a little bit under my eyebrow. So then finally I'm going to take my Splurge cream shadow in Magnificent, which is a nice creamy dark black, and I'm going to use this as my liner. And I'm going to take my brow brush, which has a very fine end to it, and I'm going to just pick up some of the black, and I'm going to line the top of my, along the lash line on the top. Right down to the tape. And then I'm going to do just ever so slightly the teeniest little wing. Just like that. And then I'm going to go along my lash line on the bottom, right in the waterline actually. I'm going to peel this tape off. See how pretty that is? And then I'm going to go and do that on the other side. Okay, now that we've got both of the eyes done, we're going to go in and take the Luminizer, and I'm just going to ever so slightly, I'm going to actually take the liner side of my brush, just make sure I got all the heart broken off of there, and I'm just going to grab some of this light iridescent, and underneath my lashes, I'm just going to add the smallest amount, just to brighten up underneath my eyes, just like so. And now I'm going to go in and do my mascara. So this is a 3-step process. You've got gel and you've got fibers. So you're going to start with the gel and put it all over your lashes. So depending on the type of lashes that you have will depend on how you put on your mascara. I do not have the thickest lashes, so I like to go right from the base, give it a good twirl, and then tap the top of the lashes with the comb. You don't want to take it and go from there and push tightly and pull up, because you could end up with clumps. But if you get clumps, all you need to do is take a lash comb, which I will show you in a minute, separate and remove anything that you get, because you want your lashes separated because they're going to look fuller. So now I'm going to take my lash comb, and I really don't have many sticking together, but I like to separate them before I add the fibers so that the fibers stick to the individual lashes. So now I'm going to go in with my fibers, and you're going to go from mid-lash up. Just like that. Now what I like to do is, while I have that on, I'm going to take my lash curler and curl those lashes up. You want to hold that on for about 10 to 15 seconds. Now you can do this before you put the mascara on, but I find that the mascara almost acts like a gel, and it helps to keep them curled. So when I do that, then I come back in after. Because it squeezed them together, you could have some of your lashes sticking. Then I just go in like that. Then I'm going to go in and put a very light coat on the bottom lashes. I'm not going to put my fibers on the bottom though. And then I'm going to seal in those fibers. And that's going to keep the fibers from falling onto my face, and it's going to keep this mascara on all day. This is water resistant, so it's not going to just wash off if you get a little rain on your face. And then I'm going to go into the other eye. So just before I put on my foundation, I'm going to take my Luminizer in the cream stick, and I'm going to put this where I want it. And you can go as dark as you want with this, because you're going to be putting on your foundation over top. And this is going to really give you a pretty effect. And I'm going to do it with my blush as well. This is called reverse makeup, where you do it backwards. A little too high there. And then I'm going to take my blush, and I'm going to use my darker blush because I want it to show through the foundation. So I'm taking the color Scandalous, which is a very dark blush, but it's got really pretty red tones in it. And I'm just going to plunk that right there. And I know it looks crazy, but trust me, whoa, Nelly. Okay, that might be a bit much. That's okay. Yeah, crazy. I know. I know. Then I'm going to take my liquid foundation brush, and I'm going to take my liquid foundation in the color Organza. It's a mineral makeup, so you got to squeeze all the makeup out of the tube into the bottle and shake it really well each time. The minerals will separate as it sits, and so for the best overall coverage, you want to make sure you mix it. And I'm going to go with 5 drops just because I've got a lot of that on, and I want to make sure I get the right coverage. And then you tap this all over your face. And then you blend it in. I might have put a little too much on my brush. So it's not going to be overly dramatic because you did it underneath. So you're just going to pick up a bit of the highlight when the light hits you in the right place, which is what we want. We want our makeup to accentuate. We don't want it to be, we don't want it to look like we've caked it on. And now I'm going to go in with my lips, and I'm going to take my Pouty lip liner, which is a very pretty color. And these are long-wearing, waterproof, smudge-proof, and fantastic. And then I'm going to go over top of it with my Lucid lip liner, or lip gloss. And then before I'm all done, I'm going to set this with my setting powder. This is a translucent powder, and it's going to keep your makeup in place all day. So I'm going to take my new brush, which is one of my favorites. It's a powder concealer brush, and I'm going to take the powder end, fabulous. Finally, the brows. So I'm just going to take my brow comb, and I'm going to comb my brows up and get them where I want them. And I'm going to take my brow palette today, and I have the blonde one, and I'm going to take the dark brown, and I'm using my liner shader brush just because my brow brush I used for my black liner. And so I'm going to go with the dark one out to the edge and then pull it down, and the same on the bottom. And then I'm going to take the lighter one, pick up some of that color, just like so. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And the lighter color. Then I'm going to go in with my wax. And that's going to keep them in place. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or you want help color matching, send me a message or comment below. If you want help with picking out eye colors, I can help you with that too. I can give you a full one-on-one consultation for free. If you think you want to join my team, I would love to have you. All you have to do is go to www.amandasbutterflykisses.com and click register or join and then register, and you will get $433 worth of makeup for $119. It's crazy, and you're gonna get a lot of the products I use today. If you have any questions or want to know what's in the presenter kit, send me a message or comment below. Thanks.